All right. Hey everyone, how's it going? Um, Today we are going to continue from the last stream that I did where we converted a near infrared spy satellite image into true color or near true color, I guess. Um, and basically the goal of this is to create a more accurate representation of what the human eye would see, because I've spoken to a lot of people who get confused by near infrared images because the colors are all whack. They're like pink and blue and red, and obviously the world doesn't look like that. Um, so I thought we'd just have a chill stream of running through this image, which covers a large area of San Francisco, and just see how it goes. We can hang out and chat along the way, as usual. But I think with that, that's pretty much all I wanted to run through at the start of this. I do have some other cool little things I might show you later, but it just depends if we get time. So I figured, why not just get started? So I'm going to jump over here into QGIS, which is my favorite software in the world, I think. When it works, it is. So we're going to start the georeferencing process, which is basically just telling the image where it should sit on a map, if that makes sense. Because like a picture from your phone, if you were to go up into space and take a picture looking down on Earth, the image wouldn't know exactly where it should sit on the map to be in the correct position. So we're going to manually do that process now, which is probably going to take like 2 or 3 hours. I don't know if I'll stream the whole thing. We'll see how it goes. There would definitely be breaks in the middle of this, but let's just dig in and have fun with these images. 1979 this image was taken, by the way, so it's quite a bit older than I am, although I am quite old. So first of all, I have to try and find the correct area on this map. So we've got Google Maps on the left, and then the spy satellite image on the right. And we just got to try and find the correct position in each of these images that aligns up together. So these tennis courts, I think they're tennis courts. They look like tennis courts to me. And this intersection here, so we can drop a point there. I need to change my cursor to the one that you guys can see really well, because my cursor is tiny right now. That should be a bit easier to see. So these little red points just by my cursor on the right screen, I know it's hard to see because they are very small. Actually, what I can do is I can configure this to show a marker. There we go. And that means you can see the points much, much easier. And I can too, which makes life easier for all of us. And then we'll come up into here and we'll place another one at this intersection here. So this is a very probably boring process for most people, but honestly, I quite enjoy it. It can be very relaxing. Usually I'll just put on music or a podcast or a TV show or something and just kind of zone out. It's kind of like a form of meditation for nerds, I guess. Where was I going? I don't remember where I was going. But yeah, it's very boring to some people, and I get it. If you're not interested in this kind of stuff, they're like, why do you want to sit there for 3 hours putting little pinpoints on a map? But I enjoy it. It's fun. Plus, when you see the results at the end, it makes all the work worth it. So that's all good. So one of the other things is I always start with the corners, because once you get the corners done, and once this loads, my internet seems to be struggling today, but that's how it goes with these streams. We always run into one issue. If everything else goes right, there's always one other issue that we run into, and that's honestly the way I like it. That's the way I like it. I don't expect everything to go perfectly because it's not. Wow, it's really, really struggling today, isn't it? But that's fine. Just have to be patient. In this world, you have to be patient for many, many things. And yeah, okay. So that's 3 points down. Then we'll pop down to another corner, which is down by, I'm not even going to try to pick the correct name because I know I've butchered the names from memory down here before, and I'm not going to do it again. Someone was like, Harry, you said the wrong name for this place. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm not overly familiar with the San Francisco Bay Area, so you have to forgive me on that. Yeah. Hey Mason, how's it going? It's good to have you back here. I know you enjoy these streams, so it's always good to have you here. This is a continuation on from the last stream. I'm not sure how much of this one you've seen if you've just tuned in, but basically we're attempting to continue on the last stream, and this image is very big, so it's taking quite a while to load. So we're just gonna hang out and cruise through it, I think. Yeah, if there's any questions or whatever, we can dig through those. I know last time we got really lucky and a launch happened, so we watched a rocket launch in the middle of the stream, which is pretty fun. Man, my hard drives are really churning today, aren't they? That's fine. That's fine. This is how it goes. This is always the slowest part at the start, because you gotta pull out of the image and then you gotta reload it all again and blah blah blah. But later on, it'll just be loading small parts. So just bear with me here as this loads. As long as Q just doesn't freeze. That's my main issue. If Q just freezes and crashes and we lose this progress, then I'm probably just gonna cry. And you can watch me have a breakdown on stream. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. As I said before, we're not immune to technical issues over here, and I really do like it that way. It makes it more exciting. It makes it more human, you know. I remember one time my internet just completely just broke midstream. It was fun. We all tried to figure it out together, and we got there eventually. Did I have to like restart my computer in the middle of a stream or something? It was quite the eventful stream. You know what? We're gonna save time here. Instead of jumping to corners and waiting for it to load really slowly, we're gonna try and do this. It's not cooperating with me, is it? Tell if... Okay, so that is the very corner. That's good. That's very good. I was really happy with how the results from the last stream came out. That image looks really good. On this one, I decided to do the color correction before the stream because, to be honest, I don't enjoy doing color correction. I find it to be very tedious, and it hurts my eyeballs and it hurts my brain. So I decided to do that in my own time. And it's not too bad. I feel like it could be a little bit more accurate, but I didn't want to spend tens of hours on something. Maybe, okay, not even tens of hours, that's an exaggeration. A few hours on something. Boy, I'm thinking we might need to restart QGIS here. It's really struggling. It's really struggling today. Although it's kind of, well, at least in my world, it's known for doing that. It's not my computer either, so it's definitely QGIS. I'm hoping we don't need a reboot, because sometimes I run into issues where QGIS just slows right down, and I need a reboot, and I don't want to do that, because obviously we're streaming. That'd be kind of awkward if I had to end the stream to reboot. But it would be fun. We could make t-shirts. You could be like, I was there for the great computer reboot of July 22nd or 21st, depending on where you are. That would be fun. All right. So just working through intersections here. Thanks, Joanna. This is really cool. And I'm glad you could make it to a stream. Super exciting. I hope I'm not too boring and monotonous running through this. This is one thing I still need to practice, is talking my way through it. Because as I mentioned before, I'm not used to talking my way through it. I just sit here on my own and just zone out. Um, you know what? We need to do the corner process. Otherwise, we're going to be here forever. So we're just going to have to accept a few slow loading times for 10 minutes. Um, yeah, we were way off. This is going to be a long, long process, and that's what makes it fun. Um, exactly. Nothing great ever comes fast. Exactly. Some of my favorite images I've ever done, I probably spent a total of maybe 6 or 7 hours on them. Not all in one go. I'm not that crazy. I don't worry. I get up and I do other things. Sometimes it's split over multiple days, um, and that's just human hours. The actual processing hours, when you hit the play button and the software has to process what you've done, that can take. I had one that took like 12 hours to do that, and that was a process, but the image came out incredible. Um, I might be able to link that at some point. I've lost myself. I have lost myself. Where are we? I might need to zoom out again. I like that. Nothing great ever comes fast. Yeah. You need to be patient. And this is one of those things that has taught me patience. Just cruise through it. Take your time. Although I do like to consider myself a fairly patient person. I feel like if I wasn't patient, I wouldn't be doing this right now. Yeah, QGIS is struggling, guys. This is the world of open source free software, I guess. But that's not to say anything bad about QGIS. I love it, and I am extremely grateful for it. I'm just going to save some points just in case we have to reboot it. So that line follows down through there. I'm not going to lie, I am a bit lost. Let's just zoom out a bit here. I should have been more careful when I was zooming in. So we got that diagonal straight there. Or not? Where are we? Where are we? Okay, where's the airport in relation to this? Way further down south. There's way down here? Yeah, we're way down here. There's that intersection up there, which means that guy's there. So that means we're down in here, and here, and down in here. There we go. Okay, now I know where we are. Favorite time periods to process? Current day, so any new imagery that was taken, within the past few days. But also going back as far as I can. So this was 1979, if I remember correctly. But I also love going back, to the early 60s. Even though the imagery wasn't as high resolution back then, it's still really, really cool to look at. Yeah, I like seeing things where you can see change. And I feel like I'm not alone in that. I feel like people like to see change. Because if you show them an image from 20 years ago and the place looks exactly the same, it's probably not that exciting. But if you can show them an image of a city from, 40 years ago and then compare it to today and it's changed heaps, I feel like that makes people go like, oh, like they can really see the difference and then they can see the value in the imagery. Maybe that's just me, but it is very cool. And especially when you do it of a place that someone has been to or they have good memories of, or yeah, like they used to live there or something. They have a connection to that place and they can really appreciate the change. All right, so we're gonna get by the coastline. This is where it's gonna get fun because I don't think there's a few roads out here, but not many. Not as many as in the cities. We love change. Yes, we embrace change. Yeah, I know change is scary to some people, but I like change. Change is fun. It's exciting most of the time. Depends on the context, I guess. But let's not get too deep, otherwise I might have a mental breakdown. Once again, slow loading times. Actually, I wonder what hard drive is this on? Is it on a fast one? Should be. If not, I might try and move the image over to another onto an SSD, which is much quicker. Okay, that loaded. Okay, where are we? Where are we? Where are we? There should be a little bump in the coastline. Where is the little bump in the coastline? There it is. And so that guy is there, which brings us into here. Yeah, I remember probably one of my favorite images I ever did was also one of the most difficult. It's up on my website. There's the image of Cape Canaveral from 1950, and it's an aerial image. And there was just nothing there. And you compare that image to what it looks like today, and it's just completely changed. So I feel like change makes images 10 times more exciting, 100 times more exciting, when you can see some drastic difference. Cool, so we're just plotting points in intersections down here. Now, I wanted to do one up here, but there's clouds. So we can do one like on the edge of the clouds, I reckon. We'll be all right. I'm going to let this sit. I'm going to let one load before I move the other. I need to stop doing that. I should just be patient. Yeah. This time I also got my tea before the stream. I was smart. I didn't get 5 minutes in and go, oh, my voice needs tea, and then have to run away. So I'm getting better at this whole stream thing, mostly. Have I watched Wild Wild Space yet? Yes, I have. That was an amazing documentary. I watched it on the night it came out, and there was so much space drama. I'm not one for drama, but there was so much space drama of different heads of companies calling each other out. It was wonderful. Yeah, I have a lot of respect for Ashley Vance. I didn't read his book. What was his book? When the Heavens Went on Sale. I really wanted to read that, but I'm not great at reading. Sad face. But yeah, I was really excited for the documentary, and just seeing behind the curtain on some of those companies and having the insights from people like Jonathan McDowell was very good. I would have loved that to be a series and have several episodes of that. And it was cool to see my friends at NSF get lots of features in that from when they did the Astro live streams. That was pretty cool. Wow. I'm thinking once I get this next point done, I think I might just restart QGIS because it is struggling. And it shouldn't be struggling this much. There is no reason for it to be struggling this much. I probably should have rebooted my computer before the stream. I think that's going to be a new rule, is I reboot, just so it's fresh. And so it's like me needing to sleep, right? So, yeah, that's a little awkward. If it comes to rebooting, then I'll just have to like cut the stream and just let it just like swell for 3 minutes while I reboot. We'll see. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. But if it does, that's just how it goes. Yeah, what else was there on Wild Wild Space? I think we got to see some new footage of some certain launch vehicles falling back on their launch pads, which was interesting. I'm getting errors now. Yeah, this is fun. Oh, that's much quicker. There we go. Now, am I going to the right spot? Yeah, what did you think of the documentary, Mason? I'm curious. I haven't really spoken to many people who have actually watched it yet. But it was, I would highly recommend that to anyone who is interested in the space business. I feel like it's worth watching. And there was also lots of nice satellite imagery in that doco as well. Okay, we got these points. These are the main points that we need. They're the corners. That makes life 10 times easier. And if you're not familiar as to why, just have some patience, and I will show you why. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save this project, and we're just gonna give QGIS a little refresh, a little restart, just in case. Just in case that is the problem. Where are we? We're in here. Yeah, Astra is a fascinating company. Was. I guess that they're still technically a company, but that little feud between Peter Beck, I don't know if it's a feud, but let's just call it a feud for the lack of a better term. Let's just call it a feud. By the way, you're just going to see my screens disappear for a moment here. Don't panic. It's all good. This is planned, kind of. Yeah, between Peter Beck, he's like, oh, I want to build a vehicle that's a work of art and gets everything done properly. And then Chris Kemp on the other side was like, oh, we're just going to build it quick and cheap. That was funny. It was really funny. Wow, it doesn't even want to close. It's having a bad day. It's having a moody day. We all have those days. I get it. No judgment. No judgment. No judgment whatsoever. Yeah, that was really interesting. I've never heard of that submarine base before. And I kind of went hunting for it afterwards. And if you want to know where it is, I could show you. Okay, cool. That one went away, and let's just close that one. Good. Okay, black screens. That's okay. Yeah, that submarine base in China is crazy. And okay, cool. We're back. Let's just see how responsive this is before I load anything else in. It's gonna load. Okay, that's not too bad. So what I'm going to do just to mitigate this is I'm going to copy the actual image files just to another hard drive just to see if that was the issue. And if so, I might have a dud hard drive, which means, yay, buying more hard drives. Yay. Okay, that loaded pretty quick. Okay, now let's just jump into OBS, because I know I got double screens going on here. Boom. Okay. Technical issues. Okay. What was I saying? Submarine base. Yeah. That was truly something. I'd never heard of that story, and to be fair, I didn't expect myself to, because I don't really follow like geopolitical. Well, I don't know what you want to call that. I guess it's kind of like military stuff. That's not really my niche, I guess you could say. It's still slow at loading. Maybe QGIS is just having a bad day. How big is this file? I don't think it's... Oh. Okay, it's a bigger file than I thought it was. Oops. More hard drives. Yay. Yeah, I've spent too much money on hard drives. I have too many hard drives in my world. I don't want to think about it. I was looking at some the other day. They're really expensive. Yeah. Actually, that brings up a point. I wonder if it is the hard drives, or I wonder if it's QGIS, just not reading the files very quickly. Troubleshooting live on the air. Okay, it loaded. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna embrace this. So what we can do is we can do some magic now. So before you saw I had to zoom on each screen, and if you're familiar with what I do here, you probably know where I'm going. This is one of my favorite tricks in the world. And so instead of having to zoom on each screen and find the same place, I can click a button up here, and I can link QGIS to the Georeferencing panel on the right. And it should, fingers crossed if I've done this correctly, bring the screen on the left to the exact same or very close position as the screen on the right. I'm kind of scared just in case it doesn't work, but hey, that's pretty good. I can see that road. There's the road there, and there's the road there. I changed my cursor to the big one. Yeah, it works. Okay, that's a good first step. That's a good first step. We are in business. It's business time, as Rocket Lab would say. My friends over in New Zealand. I shouldn't say they're my friends because I don't think we know each other. They don't know me. I know them. It's like a one-sided friendship, and I'm fine with it. I'm okay with it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place some points just in the middle, just to kind of help this process, because sometimes things get a little bit wacky in the middle, if you will. So a few more slow points, and then we should be able to get into a roll. The only thing I'm worried about is the hills. Hills are a pain to georeference because angles and stuff. Although last time it wasn't too bad. It was not too bad at all. Just quickly back to Wild Wild Space. I know I mentioned this before. Is that screen okay? What is going on today? Today is not my day. Yeah, back to Wild Wild Space. I would really like to see a documentary series like that. I think all of us would. Yeah, especially as the commercial satellite imagery industry kind of, I don't know, I think it's going to be an interesting few years ahead. And I don't think it's going to be as simple as a lot of people think it is. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to make any predictions because people will probably hold me to it and be like, well, Harry said this. And then if I get it wrong, I'll get shamed. But I have thoughts. Sips tea. I could not live without tea. I could not do these without tea. I think every stream I've done I've had tea. Because I'm not used to talking this much. So like my voice is like, what is going on? So I need tea to soothe my voice. Did I say tea? I don't know. I'm still not awake fully, but it's okay. This is just how we go. This is how we go. Why is it so slow? Why is it so slow? We smile when our software doesn't work. We don't get angry because that's not going to help the situation. I put that in the wrong place. Okay. I think that's pretty much it. I want to put one more point. I wonder if doing it this way would be quicker. I really don't want to reboot, but I feel like it's needed. Because otherwise we're going to be here for a long time, but I also don't want to leave you guys hanging for several minutes. It'd be really awkward. No one likes awkward. No one likes awkward. Or then maybe we should embrace the awkward. I feel like that's kind of like the thing here. Is you embrace failure, you embrace awkwardness, you embrace technical issues. Maybe we should embrace the awkward. I don't know. We'll see. Left screen should not be loading that slowly. And it is not my internet. Let me double check just in case. Just in case. Mm-hmm. No, that is not my internet. Yeah, I mean, this okay. I did load. Cool. I feel like they didn't really have to ask anyone to put a to put a telescope in orbit. Well, it depends who we're talking about. If we're talking about the NRO, they probably didn't have to ask anyone. They're probably just like, we're doing this. We wanna spy on certain people. So, but we're just gonna do it. But yeah, I can imagine the first commercial companies. I mean, I know there was also resolution limits. I think it was NOAA who enforces the the resolution limits, and I don't remember what it was to begin with when the first commercial satellites were going up. Like I know they mentioned in the Wild Space documentary that Planet chose, like 3-4 meters for the first satellites because of privacy concerns. They wanted to be like, hey, we can monitor forests and whatnot, but we cannot spy on you in your backyard. How things have changed because last year they launched a satellite that gets 30 centimeter resolution. But I guess that's why there's regulations in place, right? But now we have companies like Albedo who are aiming to launch satellites that can take 10 centimeter resolution images. That's a pixel for like, how big is 10 centimeters? Like that? Something like that, right? That's really high resolution. I don't know if they can pull it off. I hope they can because it'd be an amazing feat. But yeah, they're gonna have to fly really low. I forget the technical specifications of what they're aiming to do regarding orbits and stuff. But they're gonna have to fly pretty low, just like these KH9 sats did, just kind of gliding just over the atmosphere, and not literally, but yeah, they were quite low. That's why I think a lot of them were only up there for like a few months. Maybe it was several months. I'm not quite sure how long off the top of my head, but it wasn't that long. But I guess they also had the major budget of the NRO to just pump those satellites out. Whereas, private companies don't have a budget of like billions of dollars where they can just pump out all these insane satellites, and keep launching them. But that's just down to like optical imagery. If you look at radar imagery, like what Umbra is doing, they already have 16 centimeter resolution, which is insane. And I feel like that's different because a lot of people aren't that worried about radar. Because obviously an optical image, pretty much anyone can look at and go like, oh, that's a car, that's a house, that's a person walking on the street. But if you show them a radar image, most people might not fully understand. I feel like there's a big learning curve. Yeah. Sorry. Just thoughts about what is going on here. Okay, now we're zoomed in. Let's see if this can go quicker. But it's still struggling. I think we're gonna have to name the stream the struggle stream. Because that's currently how it feels. The Google Maps on the left. Yeah, now it's not responding. Oh, this is gonna be fun and awkward. This is gonna be fun and awkward. Yeah. Okay, we'll give it one more shot, and if it doesn't respond one more time, I'm gonna do the really awkward thing and reboot. The stream will still be here to be this. Uh oh. It's not responding. Uh oh. Okay. Let's not think about it too much. Yeah, Chris Kemp eating lead paint. That was just weird. No disrespect to the guy. I respect him for his dedication, his commitment, and his drive. Like, dude, why are you eating lead paint? Like, don't do that. That's not public service announcement. Do not eat lead paint. It's not good for you. What was he thinking? Silly man. I thought he was joking the first time in the documentary. I was like, that wasn't really lead paint. That was something else. And then he did it again. I was like, Chris, what are you doing? Don't eat lead paint. It's bad for you. Oh no, what did I do? Oh no, whoopsie. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, the lead paint. Lead paint. Don't Kids, don't use lead paint. Don't eat lead paint. I mean, I feel like I shouldn't have to say it to a man who's like, I don't know how old Chris Kemp is. He has to be like in his 30s, right? Don't eat lead paint. Don't do it. Don't do it. But I don't know. Maybe sometimes you got to do that to raise capital for your company. What do I know about business? Chris, what the hell? Exactly. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna make an executive decision here to one, not eat lead paint, but to two, I think we might go for a reboot. Um, I lost a taskbar. It is gone. Oh wait, is it back? No, it's not. It's not back. Okay, it's back. Okay. This is gonna be the theme of the stream. Stream theme. Theme stream. I should have had a bigger breakfast too. I can hear my stomach calling. When we get to the 1 hour point, I'm probably gonna take a 5 minute break, grab some food, and that might be a. I was gonna say that might be a good opportunity to reboot, but you're not even gonna have the be right back screen, are you? Because my computer's gonna be here. I need a backup computer. I need to have a computer that runs the stream, and then one that does the processing. That should be possible. That's a thought for another time. I'll look into that after this stream because that would save so many headaches on this current situation. So many headaches. Note to self: more redundancy. Um, what else can we talk about? What else? I feel like a lot has happened in the world of space since the last stream. By the way, it's been way too long. I intended to do another stream like every week or two. It's been like 3.5 weeks. I do apologize. Just life, life. I was gonna stream last week and it just didn't pan out. I was too exhausted. I was like, yeah, no, I don't want to do a stream where I'm like falling asleep and rolling my face on the keyboard. No one wants that. No one wants that. That's not gonna be fun. Although, is it more fun than a stream with technical issues? I guess it depends if you're me or a viewer. I feel like as a viewer, it's probably more funny. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Yeah. Um, Although I was pretty happy, my friends at Skyfi recently, they integrated 15 centimeter aerial imagery on their platform. And I wanted to give it a shot, and I grabbed the image. And usually when you purchase an image from most places, it's like, an hour, like from like an hour until like maybe a day or two of range of time, like until, what am I saying? It usually takes an hour from 1 hour to 24 hours to deliver the image. There we go. I got that. It only took 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes, I think. I think it was like 27 minutes for the image to arrive in my inbox. That was really impressive. Hats off to the Skyfi team. Maybe I should have a chat to them one time, see if I can get someone on a stream and we can hang out, play with some imagery, maybe do a run through of their platform or something. That would be pretty cool. They're good friends of mine. Very good people. Very cool platform, very cool mission. I support them. They fixed it. I did not check, to be honest with you, Mason. That completely escaped my mind. I think it was on their radar. I remember something about it definitely being on their radar, something they wanted to fix. I just don't recall if they actually did it. If they haven't, then yeah, it might be worth reaching out to them to fix that. Because that would be a nice thing to have fixed. Yeah, an interview. Yeah, interview would be cool. Definitely more in the style of just a casual conversation, hangout. Yeah, but yeah, it would be really cool. Um, yeah, I've spoken to a lot of people at Skyfi, and they're very driven on their mission, which is awesome. And I respect that for a company who is, I think they're a company who's still less than 3 years old. They're like 2.5-year-old company or something like that. There was actually a really good interview with Skyfi's co-founder a few days ago from Max, who runs Minds Behind Maps. I think that's right. I hope I didn't butcher that. And yeah, there's a great conversation with Luke, who is Skyfi CEO, and just talking about the market and the industry, and how where they're heading on their mission, and how things change and whatnot. And that was a really good listen. I highly recommend that. If you can't find it, I retweeted it like probably only like 1 or 2 tweets ago, so it's not very far down in my timeline. But yeah, if you're interested in satellite imagery and the market and whatnot, I would highly recommend that. Plus, Luke is just a really cool guy. Yeah, someone who I respect a lot. They make things happen so quickly. It's very impressive. And it sounds like, from what Luke said to me on Twitter yesterday, it sounds like they have some very cool stuff in the pipeline. I don't remember if he gave a timeline or he just said soon. I was very tired at the time I saw that tweet, so I don't think it stuck fully in my brain. But yeah, there's a lot of cool companies out there doing things, and I'm all for it. Yeah, you reached out and they said they're looking into it. Okay. If they haven't fixed it yet, I'm very sure it's definitely on their to-do list. I guess it's a priorities thing. But okay, we're gonna drop. This seems to be running smoother now. Yeah, this is much better because we're in so close. Everything can load much easier. Light Leviathan. I have nothing yet. I saw that too. I've been made aware of it. I looked, and Kodiak is very, very cloudy, which is weird because it's summer, but I also know it's Alaska. And Alaska is known for its clouds. But I will be hanging on for dear life, and I guarantee you the moment I find something, I will be sharing it. Yeah, I was. Yeah, sadly, there's nothing from when that report was hinting at. That was like, what did they say? It happened like 2 or 3 days ago, something like that. So yeah, I'll just keep eyes out, and if I see anything, I'll tweet it out. I hope that's not the case because that sucks. I want ABL to succeed. They seem like a cool company. They've had some misfortunes, sadly, but I don't want to wish ill on any company. Mason, there was a report on the NSF forums saying that ABL may have had a bit of an incident up in Kodiak. I don't want to spread it too much just in case it's not true. So that's like total take it with a grain of salt kind of thing. But yeah, we might have to just kind of. I hope it's not true. If they had an issue, I hope it's something small, something they can fix. Yeah, because ABL seemed like a really cool company. They have some cool ideas, and it's been cool spotting RS1 a few times in different places, out at their test site, and then once in the Port of Long Beach, and Yeah, very interesting stuff. Very. My stomach is growling at me, but I don't want. I don't want to stop this just yet. Yeah, I was looking forward to it too. I know the first launch didn't go very well, and yeah, when I got imagery of that launch and saw, well, the aftermath of that launch and saw the destroyed launch pad, that was very sad. Um, but I'll continue to wish them the best, and yeah, there's a lot of good people that work for ABL. A lot of very good people. All right, there's a shed up here. So now we're getting into the tricky terrain. Stuff that gives me nightmares. Mountains are not my friends in this case. Cool. Yeah, it's been a bit of a unfortunate month for all these launch companies. Didn't we start the month off with like that Chinese company accidentally launching their rocket during a static fire, and it just that was awkward. And then what else happened? Then there's Ariane 6 had its little misfortune. Although that wasn't like, I wouldn't say that's like end of the world for them. Because the payloads, they pretty much got where they wanted to go, which is good. Then there was Falcon, which that was interesting, and I think that's a very good show of like a lot of us, specifically myself, and I think I haven't talked about this on the last stream I did, which was before Falcon had a failure. I talked a lot about I'm just so comfortable with Falcon these days that I don't even bother to watch it, unless it's like a really important mission. I'm just like, yeah, okay, it's gonna do its thing, it's gonna be successful. And that day I didn't even pay attention to that launch. I was out and about in the world and had no clue. Then I get home and it's like, oh, Falcon had a failure, and I was like, ee, whoops. So yeah, like no matter how good a vehicle is, you're gonna run into an issue at some point. And yeah, if some of the payloads were gonna do like re-entry stuff, and so they were going to be deployed at a very low orbit, I believe it was, or like after Ariane 6 did its re-entry burn or something like that. The orbit burn, sorry. But now that they're stuck up at however many 100 kilometers in orbit, it's kind of like, yeah. I don't know what the power situation is, but I assume their batteries are not going to last like 100 years or whatever it is that it's going to take for it to re-enter. So, yeah. So it's like a partial failure, I guess. But also, if you fly on a test flight, you kind of have to accept that risk. But I will say that Ariane 6 had beautiful onboard cameras. Holy moly. Like, giving Falcon a run for its money. They were really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing Ariane 6 fly with the 4 SRBs. That'd be fun. That'd be really fun. Please don't freeze on me again. Okay, cool. We're good. We're good people. We're good. Okay, I'm gonna give it 4 minutes ish, and then I'm gonna run and shove some food in myself and get some more tea. I should have had a better breakfast, but I'm notorious for not having a good breakfast. I know that's not a good thing. Oh, really? Did they have anything interesting to say about that, Mason? I'm very curious. Yeah. Like I said, I know that's probably like one of the risks that you do plan for because, you know, but it does suck when it happens in reality. Lasagna for breakfast. Oh, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Honest, I know a lot of people are like, "What? How can you eat lasagna for breakfast? It's so heavy." I'm like, man, that's what gets me started in my day. I just need something that makes me happy. Like, I don't like a lot of breakfast foods. I find them really boring. Um, so I'd much prefer to have lasagna for breakfast than dinner, to be honest. Sometimes hot, sometimes cold. Now I'm even more hungry. Yeah, if you want to check it out, that would be cool. I'm just curious. That's all. As long as that person isn't getting themselves into trouble or saying anything they shouldn't. Um, yeah, yeah, that was cool. I like these reentry payloads. I don't remember exactly what they were for, other than reentry, but cold lasagna is good. Okay, specifically the pasta and like the cheesy cheese sauce part. That's really good. The meat is like, but yeah, I don't know. Some of us have weird food tastes. I've been shamed for some of my food preferences in the past, but we probably shouldn't go into that. Otherwise, I'm just gonna get sad, and then maybe you guys will shame me for it too. Um, I'm a bit lost here. This place has changed a lot. Okay, that's that guy there, which is that guy there. You never put cheese sauce on your lasagna, dude. This is the closest. Like, this is the most enraged I've ever been on a stream. I'm gonna flip a table. What is? I'm sorry, but what is wrong with? How have you never? have you never put cheese sauce on your lasagna? What do you put on top of your lasagna? Justin, I'm gonna need a breakdown of how you make a lasagna because I'm sorry, but this is not okay. This is not acceptable. I'm deeply disappointed right now. You're gonna send okay. Is it an image? Okay. Okay. Send me. Okay. I'm very scared. Is it just like the meat and like the pasta sheets with no cheese sauce on? I'm very scared. I'm deeply terrified. I didn't. I'm flabbergasted. You know, like I before I was very upset that QGIS was having issues loaded, but now this is taken over. I'm more upset about your lasagna choices. This is like this is like as bad as putting pineapple on pizza, in my opinion. That's illegal. Like you're not allowed in my house if you're gonna put pineapple on pizza. That's wrong. I don't like pineapple. I don't like pineapple in general. Justin, I'm still waiting for that message. I'm so deeply offended right now. Oh no, look at this. I found an issue with the image, and we're not going to correct it. This road has been doubled. So, okay. What time is it? Okay, I said I was going to take a break a minute ago. That's fine. We'll get through this. So originally this image was made up of like 7 or 8 different images, and I had to merge them all together in Photoshop. And maybe I didn't even use Photoshop. I don't know what I used, but I used some software. And apparently, these two roads here are meant to be one road, as you can see here. So we kind of have a double up, and I kind of have to choose one because I'm not redoing that process because that took multiple hours. So we have a little goof in this image. I'm gonna pick this one here, the top one, and that's just a reality of the situation. These big images, you're never gonna get them perfect. Yeah, there's a few. You can see this like rock wall thing. Yeah, okay. We're not going to look too closely. Just pretend you never saw that. Justin, by the way, I'm not taking a break until I see this lasagna. I need to be enraged about something. Okay, so look at that. We're making a squiggly line along the outline of this image. And I wish it wasn't cloudy on that very western part, but it is what it is. I'm trying to go up to point 14 up here. And I'm gonna keep going until I see that lasagna. I'm telling you. There's no stopping me. This is my new motivation. Okay. Pasta, tomato sauce, cheese, pasta, tomato sauce, cheese, pasta, cheese. What? So you just put straight cheese. Okay, that's not as bad. That's not as bad. Why do you put pasta on the bottom? What is wrong with you? I'm sorry. What do you... Okay. No. You next time you do it, just look up a simple cheese sauce recipe. Trust me, it takes like 15 minutes. And the longest part is you just have to wait for it to like boil down, right? Boil down. Yeah, because it has to like reduce and thicken the sauce, right? We're not going to do a cooking stream. Just FYI, we're not doing a cooking stream. Cooking is where I go to relax. But you got to do like a nice cheese sauce. Just simple Google it, right? It doesn't take much. It's just like cheese, milk, flour. I think that's pretty much it. Is that like one more thing? That's pretty much it. And you just oh, and butter, of course. And you just like throw them in a pan, mix them together, and it's like it's cheese sauce. And you put that on top. And you always do double the amount that the recipe says. Always. Because then you get a nice thick layer of cheese sauce and you sprinkle some herbs on top of it. It's good. Sorry, we're way off track at this point. But, sometimes you've got to pass the time because this process can be very, very repetitive. We can talk about space. We can talk about cooking. The cooking stream. Yeah, maybe we can do a cooking stream one time. Maybe when like an image is processing, I can... Maybe. Although I don't know how exactly we're going to hook that up into... Actually, there is a way we could do that. I'm not spending any brain power on that right now. Just even though I've already started, I'm not doing it. Butter usually works well for a what? I don't know how to say that word, Justin. A ruse? Rooks? I'm not that educated in cooking. I can just make a lasagna and that's pretty much it. Okay, the exploration company. Yeah. The exploration company. What else? What are their future plans? I don't remember. I know the name, but wait, are they the ones who are contracted to build like a cargo spacecraft thing for... Was it the ISS or something? And they're going to launch on RFA? Is that who I'm thinking of? I think that's who the exploration company is, right? By the way, yes, I'm still going to get food. I have questions. I want answers. Yes, that is them. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, they seem like a really cool company. The European space sector really needs it. They really need a company who can deliver on that. And to me, they seem promising. Yeah, that's about the extent of what I know from them, but I wish them the best of luck. Europe has a pretty wide open market. I just hope the money is there. I hope the European government, helps them out with contracts and things like that. But I'm not an economist or whatever the term would be for that. Okay, let's go back to 14. Okay. It's pronounced Rue. See, to me, when you say Rue, I think about cooking kangaroo. So, what are you going to do? Okay. While that loads, I'm going to take a 5-minute break. I'm going to go and stretch my legs. I'm going to go and make some more tea. I'm going to go shove some food in my face. So I'll leave you with some cool images. And we will be back very soon. And as per usual, if you happen to know the locations in the images, let me know in chat because I want to see how big those brains are. There's a few tricky ones in there, but that's why I do it. So I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, we're back. I made some good tea, my favorite tea in the world. Um, it's still too hot, so I'm not going to drink it. Otherwise, I'm going to burn my face live on the internet. We don't want that. Okay. I just remembered something, and I want to show you guys something really cool. This is something I stumbled across the other day, and it was a complete accident. Yes, Earl Grey, our beloved Earl Grey. So, I was just browsing around, blah 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 blah, long boring story, right? And I was looking at these beautiful KH9 satellite images on the USGS's page, and I stumbled across this. This it's probably boring to pretty much everyone in the world apart from like 10 people, but this is an image that was taken as like a KH9 image was flying over the Bahamas, and it looked up towards the Cape. I don't know if this was on purpose. I might have to try and find someone who knows a lot about KH9s and stuff. But it tilted all the way. And this is taken from space. And look, it looks like it was taken like from the air. And you can see the side of the vehicle assembly building at NASA. And I don't know what angle this is. You can also, I just noticed this. You can also see one of the mobile launch platforms. And there's another mobile launch platform here that's probably being converted to shuttle or something at the time. Wow. But yeah, and you can come and look at the launch pads. You can see the actual elevation of the launch pads because it's taken from such an angle. This is a sneak preview. Don't tell anyone about this. But I don't really know what to do with this image because I can't georeference it because it was taken at such a high angle. I mean, I could. I might try it and just see how it looks. It wouldn't be technically correct, but it's pretty cool. And you can see like the different buildings up here. Yeah, I wish more images like this too. Yeah, and then Justin, this is for you. I know you like this. This is like the Titan something building, right? So if we calculate this, which screen is this going to open up on? Okay, that's good. We're going to calculate the rough distance. I don't know exactly where the satellite was at the time, but I know roughly. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that. Okay. Let's bring up Google Earth. All right. So I think, if I remember correctly, I'm not going to look into it now, but I think the satellite was somewhere down here. So, rough calculation, right? Kilometers. Satellite was like 500 kilometers away. And if those satellites flew at like what? Like they're pretty low. They were kind of like, say like 200 kilometers. So it had a view, something like the Cape's up here, right? Cape Canaveral Kennedy Space Center. So it had a view of something like that. That's a hell of a distance to zoom in and look down on this place. Actually, it was a lot more. Shut up, Justin. Don't make fun of my accent. Leave me alone. Oh no. But yeah, this is a super cool image. We could probably calculate that. We need to get like Jonathan McDowell to calculate this. Like, Mr. McDowell, can you please put your brain power towards this? But yeah. And is it cropped out? It's cropped out. Why did I do that? Here we go. There's also a plane. There's a plane just going meow with its contrails behind it, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Anyway, so I just wanted to share that because that's pretty dang cool. I just need to find out what to do with it. But look at that. That is so cool. We're so used to seeing Yeah, my fellow Aussie in the chat. No, no. Anyway, we're not going to get hung up on our abysmal accents. Otherwise, I feel like there's going to be a fight between Americans and Australians very quickly. Let's get back to the task at hand, shall we? Okay. But yeah, no, that was a really cool image, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. The ITL complex is super cool. Vandy was first getting ITL complex roll of service. What does ITL stand for? Integration, transport, and launch? Question mark? I'm just sad they demolished that building because it was a super pretty building. I like buildings. So sad. Integrate, transfer, and launch. Close enough. I was pretty close. I'll give myself a quarter of no, 3/4 of a star for that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I just got to figure out what to do with that image. It's like it looks cool, but can we do anything of significant value with it? I don't know. Find out next week, I guess. Probably next week. I have stuff to send out tonight. Then possibly the day after that. Yeah. Rocket ship emoji. Yeah, it would have been cool for Vandy to get more facilities. I really like. I don't think they were for Titan. I think they were for Atlas. There was like this 3 launch pads above the runway. I forget the proper name for the runway, but that's the runway, and there's like this 3 launch pads, and I like them like a triangle configuration. I don't know why, but those have always been my favorite. Just because they're so like clumped together, and it's like, okay, these guys mean business. Yeah, at Vandy, there's above the. Let me just show you. All right, let's see if we can get to Vandy nice and quick. It's like up here, right? These three right here. I think are they Atlas? I don't know. I don't know my old launches that well. There's like these like kind of like A-frame shaped kind of buildings. I know you know about this, Justin. You know about it more than I do. No pressure, but also a little bit of pressure. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was very cool. For reentry, okay, so it's more like missiles. Awkward. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna get distracted looking at. But also, just since we're here, just in case, let's just check. Has this updated at all? No. Okay. Okay. Back to QGIS. You have the sites mapped out. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate it. We should get you to make a proper like a map. You know, like a map of all those sites. Because I think there are some nice like picture map. I don't know how to explain it. Like a map. Not like a Google Earth map, like a you know what I mean. I think there are some nice ones out there, but they're just like really old and low resolution. It would be really cool to have like a new version. I didn't mean to click. Sometimes words just escape me. Oh, hey, it's Evan. I mean, maybe that's the next QGIS idea. Yeah. That would be a beast of a QGIS idea to do, but yeah. That's okay, Joanna. I hope you have a good day, And yeah, good luck on your exam too. Thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Um, and yes, you can binge later if this is interesting enough. um, what is your other QGIS idea, Justin? Oh, that one. Yes. Okay. Never mind. Um, yeah, that one's more involved because you have to process like images, right? Um, and yeah, this one shouldn't be as bad because it's kind of like points on the map, and you just have to like. It shouldn't be that complicated. There's a way that we could do it where it's not that complicated. I'll talk to you separately about this and like maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Probably not today, because that'll be pretty cool. Um, maybe between now and then you can grab some like old maps of the launch sites in Vandy and do that. Um, we'll talk later. Yes, we will. We'll have a chat. Um, yeah, I didn't enjoy making maps that much. Like that's just a personal thing. I like imagery. That's my shebang, right? No surprise there. But maps are really cool. It's just a whole different process. But I don't know. It might be more your style actually. Um, because Vandy desperately needs a new map. Because I remember looking for like a nice map of Vandy. That's just like nothing. Like Jonathan McDowell has all his points, which is awesome. But I want like a map. And I'm not a cartographer. I don't make maps. Um, how many points are we at now? We're getting up there. 72. Yeah, we got a long way to go. I appreciate you guys hanging out through this tedious process. You know, when someone first approached me and said, "Hey, you should live stream this stuff," I was like, "You kidding? People are gonna sit and watch this?" Apparently so. No, but for real, I appreciate everyone hanging out as we work through this because the last stream I did was very much a proof of concept. This is more executing on the final idea, I guess. Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that. I thought there was more to my thought there. But yeah, this is more of just the executing on the experimentation that occurred during the last stream, which is fun. That's just yeah. Last one was very much just proof of concept, and now it's like okay, let's grab a huge image and dive headfirst into this. I wish there was more color imagery from Cage Knights. Makes me sad that there's not. Depends how far off they are, Justin. If they're only like, less than 100 meters off, yeah, it could just be imagery. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say without looking at it myself. Because, yeah, excuse me for yawning. Oh boy. Yeah, it depends because I know, especially as terrain comes into play, imagery can shift a little bit. I've had that a lot. I don't like when imagery shifts. It frustrates me. I'm like, you should not be there. You should be there, and I don't want to read georeference all these images. Blah 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 blah. You know. Um. My connection is just not happy. OBS is screaming at me. It's giving me red bars. YouTube saying excellent condition. Okay, whatever. It's fine. It's not a problem until we make it a problem. Yeah, and I know there's also a conversation about possibly making a map of Baikonur. Because there are some good maps of Baikonur, but they're often low resolution. I just want a nice, 10,000 by 5,000 map. Yeah. If not bigger, you can just zoom right in. Doesn't have to be incredibly detailed, just like the main roads with points for launch pads. I don't know, just a thought. If I had more time, that would be something I would dig into that would be something I would dig into myself. There we go. Got my words out. But yeah, there's always more on the wish list. And yeah, I don't know, that's just how it goes, right? I've been also trying to think of more stream ideas for the future. What else can I do? Because I like processing images. I know earlier we talked about possibly like an interview, a conversation with someone. I'm just not sure if I'm prepared to have an interview or conduct an interview. Sounds a bit scary, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to box myself in a corner, you know. Let's keep doors open. See where things go. Yeah. I shouldn't have zoomed out. I should have learnt my lesson by now, but I zoomed out. All right, here we go. Yeah. What else has happened in space recently? Is there anything I missed? Is there anything I haven't seen? Doing it, actually. Oh yeah, you just reminded me of another stream idea I have, Mason. I'm not going to say anything just in case it doesn't happen, but I do have an idea. I will have to reach out to the individual I have in mind, see if they're interested. And if they are, it could be very informative for all of us, including myself. I will probably write that on my list in a minute, just so I don't forget. Someone who has a lot of knowledge. Yeah, that'll be fun. It's having I really like having you guys in chat because it gives me something to bounce off of. But if I had like someone else verbally to talk to, and that would be pretty cool. Viper got canceled. Oh man, that was like screw rocket launch failures, man. Viper getting canceled was the saddest thing, and it's like pretty much ready to go, and it just got cannibalized. It's like, man, how can you do that? It's gonna be so exciting. Like none of the I pressed the wrong button. Okay, and like none of the other rovers that are going to the moon are doing anything quite like that. So it's not like it's just like, oh, we'll let the other companies do it. It's very different. At least to my understanding, it's a very different process. That makes me sad. You know? Yeah. I don't know. It's probably far more complicated than I understand. And it's not as simple as, well, this is a cool mission. Was it literally for SLS? Like, actually? Because, man, look, SLS is a cool rocket. I want to see it fly many more times. But if we're like cannibalizing the stuff that the Artemis program is for just to launch it, like we're gonna have nothing left in the Artemis program. Oh, you saw the land. Wow. It's was it meant to land on an astrobotic lander? Question mark. I don't remember. Oh, okay. That's just a running joke. Okay. I would like to know why it was actually cancelled. I don't know if we know that information. But I'd be very curious. Like NASA, I have to sit down with NASA and just be like, guys, what are you doing? What's going on? I know you have a limited budget, but what's going on? Oh, it went over budget. Okay. Okay. That's a very common thing in the space industry, isn't it? But I don't know. I feel like, once again, I'm not an economist, I'm not a business person, blah, blah, blah. But as someone who follows this stuff, I guess, I feel like maybe we should probably plan our budgets to be a little bit bigger than we think they're going to be, just for the sake of reality. Because pretty much every space, like major space program thing, is like over budget. Um, and I don't necessarily mean like cost plus contracting because we know how that goes, but if you think the rover is going to cost like $600 million, then I don't know, add a little bit to that, add 10%, whatever, 20%. Just say, hey, we need this much. I don't know, maybe it's not that simple. I don't know how that stuff works. I'm just pulling that out of nowhere. I'm sure it's far more complicated than that. It's just sad. Like, it's not like it was cancelled when it was just drawings, or they were very early on. It's like pretty much ready to go, right? They were going to do like environmental testing or something. Ah, boy. Yeah. That was very sad. It's very sad. Oh, look at that. There's a plane. I wonder if we can get the plane nodes on this to identify it. Oh, okay. Yeah, so they were more than double the budget. Yikes. Just gonna do this. Don't mind me. Mind me. Okay. I just sent a screenshot of that plane to some nerds. See if they can identify it. The lander is still flying. Okay, good. Yeah, we're gonna come up on another period of lots of landers, right? I recall something like we're probably gonna see a few lunar landers in the span of like a few months again, which is really cool. Just, yeah. I don't know. I'm super excited for the Artemis program. I want to see everything happen. But I know in reality, there's probably going to be a lot of things that don't go to plan. And most of that's probably just going to be cancellations and things not happening. And then, if there's a change of administration, blah, 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 blah. Let's not get into politics, but, who knows what's going to happen there. That road has changed, so I'm not going to touch that. Okay. Cool. What was I going to say? Something else. There was something else I wanted to bring up. I can't remember what it was. There was some other really big story, and I can't remember what it was. It escapes me. I'm not going to try to think of it. If it comes back, it comes back. Wait, how many points is that? 89. Boy. boy, oh boy. I feel like I haven't hit my stride today. I feel like in the last stream I was just really cruising through it. But that's okay. That's okay. Oh yes, that's it, Justin. The Diop. Man, that thing is a beast. That is good fun. I'm looking forward to seeing that launch. Well, it's bittersweet, right? Like big old powerful dragon, right? But bye bye ISS, which I mean we knew it was coming, right? And let's be real, ISS doesn't have much longer left. Even if you could boost it, its time is near. Sometimes you just gotta say bye bye. When did Zaya launch? Was that like 98, 97, something like that? It's like the ISS is going to be over 30 years old. Depending on which parts you're looking at, but in general, it's going to be like 30 years old. And, you know, technology has changed a lot and all that kind of stuff. And as sad as it is to see it go bye-bye, you know, that's just kind of the reality of it. Hopefully we'll at least get some cool views. Maybe they'll throw some really nice cameras on the chunky dragon, and that no longer exists. Yeah, you could talk. I mean, you could go out to the ocean, but I don't know if you'd want to. You know, I don't really want like a ISS battery landing on my head. What is that place? Is that? Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know if it would be a very good idea to go out to the ocean. I won't condone it myself, but if other people choose to do that, that's their choice. I say. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Zaya launched in 98. It's currently 25 years. Zaya's older than I am. Yeah, I love the ISS. But, you know, I mean, it makes it easier because hopefully we'll have like Axiom Space Station. Maybe Orbital Reef will hopefully have something up by then. Star Lab, and you got like Vast is one of them, right? And then there's like Gravitix, something like that. Who else is there? Did I say Star Lab, which is like Airbus and someone? I think that's right. Sorry, that's all off the top of my head. I feel like having those commercial stations will lessen the pain. You know, hopefully they're on time, even if it's just like 1 or 2 modules for each of them or something like that. Yeah, Point Nemo would make sense. Depending on like time of day and when it happens and stuff, people might get lucky and see it during those like twilight times where you can normally see it, and like if you can see that during its like final few orbits, that thing would be screaming across the sky. I remember stories of, was it like Tiangong 1, China's first space station, and when they were deorbiting that, a lot of people saw it across the US, I think it was. And they said that thing was just like, you could not compare its speed to the ISS or another satellite going across the sky. It was just absolutely like ripping it across the sky. Um, it's about the same with the Long March 5 boosters, right? When when they're doing their landing bingo kind of thing, and you don't know where they're gonna go. I think it flew across like New York or something, like 20 minutes before it crashed, and people saw it, and it was just absolutely just yeah. Yeah, we got attacked by Skylab. I mean, they can attack us again, and then we can just find the US and get some free money. hmm Yeah. Actually, I think person who I'm thinking of who said that was Anthony from Off Nominal and Meeker. I'm pretty sure he has a story about that where he saw it flying over. Yeah, that's how it was. Yeah, he has a story where he looked out and saw it, and it was just like his mind was blown. By the way, if you don't watch or listen to Off Nominal or Meeker, please do. They are amazing. They are hilarious. I've just been catching up on episodes, and specifically their interview with I don't remember his name. He's like the one of the chief engineers for Vulcan at ULA, and man, that was hilarious. Such a good, such a good stream, such a good show. So much humor thrown around, and you know, yeah. They also had a good one with Peter Beck recently as well, and other people. I don't want to dismiss anyone, so I'd recommend go checking them out. You hear a lot of things on those that you don't hear elsewhere, and plus they're just good people. You're gonna launch KSP and launch a space station? Probably. That's my guess. I haven't played KSP in like a very long time. I binge played it at like the beginning of last year before KSP2 came out. And I learned so much, and I probably haven't played it since, and I've forgotten pretty much everything. But that's how we do it. Oh, yes. Well, I just put too much time into imagery, you know. Oh no! My battery on my camera just ran out. I forgot to replace it during the break, so give me a few minutes while I fix this. I will be right back. I should have learned my lesson by now. Okay, we're back. Look at that. See, that was a nice quick battery change. I probably could have done it um without going to the screen, but oh well, it's all fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's fine. It's all good. I need to buy an AC adapter for my camera because I don't use a webcam. I use a DSLR for this because it just looks so much better. But anyway, that's one of I think that's like my favorite quirk of these streams. To be honest with you, maybe I shouldn't buy an AC adapter. We should just leave it. We should just leave it. It reminds me of in the early days of NSF streaming from Starbase, and they used to do a battery swap. On the cameras, and every like 90 minutes, everyone in chat would be like, "Battery swap, battery swap." It was just fun time. It was a very fun time. I remember that. I think that was during the middle of the pandemic as well, which was a good way to keep busy and entertained. Yeah, yeah. They were such good times. That was so long ago. That was when Starship testing was at a good time for me, and not in the middle of the night. Yeah, those were the good old days. And that is why you never take anything for granted, because one day it's all going to change and you're going to miss it. Nice. That'd be awesome, Mason. I'd love to hear your experience about that. I would love to go over, but because it's so expensive, what I'm probably going to do is just wait until they're launching from the Cape every like week. And then just go, just, yeah. As cool as Starbase is, I think I'd rather just go to the Cape. You know, go to the visitor center, watch a launch, check out Port Canaveral, and then maybe if I have time and money, I could pop over to Starbase for a day or two. You know, um, I I just don't want to have poor Alex's luck where he flies over to the US and extends his stay, and then Falcon has a failure, and then there's no launches. Poor guy. But yeah, no, if I'm gonna go, I kind of want to guarantee that there's gonna be a launch. Like if I go for like 2 weeks, I want at least one launch to happen during that time. Um, yeah, and then meet all the cool people and all that. I would love to go for like Artemis launches, right? Okay, that's interesting. Um, sorry, I just got very distracted by myself. Look at that. We're going around the edges. We're probably going to be 150 to 200 points, I reckon. Or what? This is a process. This is a process. And you know what I'm gonna do? Oh, press the wrong button. I'm gonna save some points. Yeah. If the launch goes boom, just get down on the ground. Cover your ears. Yeah. Don't be near any windows. Yeah. Yeah. See, I don't want to be in this situation. I'll probably be anxious enough for a launch. And I mean, I know any launch you can run into issues and kaboomies and whatnot, but yeah. But then, I mean, wait, if you're going for IFT 5, they're going to try and catch the booster, right? So that should be like 10 times more exciting. See, that's the only thing. I would love to be there for the first time they try to do something like that. Because that's very special. Even if it fails and, you know, the booster slams into the tower and, you know, abysmal fireball, you still get an experience, you know. But let's hope for the best. And I mean, SpaceX's teams, you know, they're some of the best. So it's going to be exciting one way or the other. You know, I'm looking forward to it. I will hope for the best because, especially if you're down there, I want you to see that. That'll be awesome. Yeah, I think I'm going to be most nervous when they try to bring a ship back for the first time. Just because the whole flight over the land thing. It can make a lot of people angry and just say like they should build a catcher-only tower at Vandenberg. But I mean, it would help. It would help my nerves a lot, knowing that if it breaks up, it's just going to break up over the Pacific Ocean. We'll build a catch tower in Hawaii and just barge it back. You know, like. I'm sure it'll be fine coming into Texas. They'll get that heat shield worked out. Nah, that's fine. Just build a catch tower at Slick 6. You know, no one's using it anyway. Yet. That would be actually really hilarious. I know it's like Slick 6 is going to be for Falcon Heavy and Falcon 9 and whatnot. But it would be funny if they just put up a catcher only tower and everyone's like, wait, what? Because, I mean, at this point, we know that catch-only towers exist. Nah. Put it in the middle of Slick 6. Why did I zoom all the way out? My brain is not powering through today very well. Let's go to a different spot. By the way, I still have plans to do a video on like where to get satellite imagery for free, blah 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 blah. But again, it's just a process. Recording a video is so much harder than doing a live stream. But it is something I would like to do at some point. Maybe I could just do a live stream on it and then clip it up into a video. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure how to do it, but so it'd be cool to show people how to get satellite imagery for free and educate them on the difference between satellite imagery through applications like Sky-Fi and Skywatch and whatnot, and why it's different to just looking at Google Earth. Because I see so many people complaining like, oh, these services are just trying to charge you for Google Earth imagery. I'm like, there's just a lack of education on why this imagery is different. And I get it, like, hold on a second. What the heck is this? Oh, it's a tower. Okay, I thought that was a plane. It's this electrical tower thing. Okay, sorry. Thought it was a plane. You can see why I thought that was a plane, right? It has like wings and a thing. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, there's a major education gap. I wish I had more time just to try and close the education gap. Yeah. We'll see. Like I've written scripts for stuff before, but I don't know. I have a hard time delivering, like actually reading it, and presenting it to a camera. So yeah, I think a live stream might be the best way to do it. Just have a list of points to make and go through, and then just edit it down to like a 10-15 minute video, whatever it is. Or heck, even edit it down to like shorts or something. Yeah. Maybe that could be next stream. Either that. Wow, who chose that Google imagery? Guys, there are shadows. Why are we uploading this? This imagery, in my opinion, should not be on Google Maps. The other side of the hill is pretty. Like, it's all lit up by the sun. It's beautiful. But this, come on, guys. That's not good. Yeah. It is what it is. I can't control that. Send through there like that. I'm already getting hungry again. It's one of those days. I don't know about anyone else, but sometimes I just have those days where I just get real hungry. No reason. Endlessly. So it's one of those days. All right. We're making progress. We're making progress. You know what? Let me pull something up here. So I think I talked about this earlier, but this is my website, as some of you know. And yesterday, I purchased a 15 centimeter aerial image from my friends at Sky-Fi. And I know earlier I talked about delivery times, but check that out. That's IFT2 on the Launchpad, Starship Flight Test 2, whatever you want to call it. Ship 20 and booster 9, 8, I don't know. I don't know rocket numbers. I'm sorry. Um, and I mean, yeah, just just capturing a moment in time, and the Sky-Fi team pulled off the integration with Vexel very well on their platform. Um, so you know what? If you want to check that out, there's a link to that in chat. Just zoom in, have a browse, all that kind of stuff. What else have I been up to lately? I've added some images. Um, you know, I just had an idea. I need to have a sort feature where you can sort it by how recently the images have been added to my site. That's good. That's really good. Good job, Harry. I'm solving my own problems here. Um, I feel like that would help a lot because sometimes I'm like, someone's like, "Oh, what's the newest image you've added?" I'm like, "I can't remember." So that's gonna go on the list. I should be able to do that today, probably. Um, are there any locations you would like to see images of from like spy satellites or aerial, preferably spy satellites, ideally, because that's more my thing, right? Space from space. Um, Aerial images are usually just like a nice bonus. All right. Um, we're gonna be here forever, guys. I don't have long until I have to go out. I did not plan this through very well because this is a huge image. This is massive. We've been live for 2 hours already. We're probably going to need another 2 hours on this. I didn't plan this out very well at all. It was a very impulsive stream. I was like, you know what? Let's do a stream today. That was I need better planning and decision making skills. But hey, that's one of the reasons why I like to keep these streams very chill and very relaxed. You know, no pressure, just kind of like me as well. You know, popping here because once again, I know I'm probably repeating myself, but I would be here doing this on my own anyway. And so if there's some people who are interested in it, may as well share it. May as well share the fun. Um, I do definitely feel like next stream I should do something different because I've done what like 5 or 6 streams now that are pretty much all the same thing. um, so yeah, I might reach out to someone who I think could be a good guest, and we could talk through some stuff. If they're up for it, of course. And yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. But I might just drop a few more points, and we might call it there. Um, I'm not sure if I will continue this image on another stream or if I'll finish it in my own time and then tweet out the results. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Cause yeah, I don't know. I feel like today's been a very all over the place stream, but maybe that's fun. I don't I don't know. I probably should have had a proper breakfast. That would have helped a lot. Hope everyone, it's Monday for me, so it's probably still the weekend for everyone else. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Hope the weather's been treating you well. It's been nice and cold here. I've been enjoying it. It's very relaxing and calm. Apart from when it gets really windy. I'm like, oh no, is the roof gonna blow off my house? But yeah. Alright, we'll just drop a point in here. Good old Moffat Field. Right there. And I think that's gonna be it for today, honestly. Not only is my computer still struggling, or QGIS still struggling, but my brain is too. So, yeah, I think I need to go and devour some food. Um, I've been, I've been super happy with the progress we made today. It's been awesome. I appreciate everyone hanging out. It's been fun. And what I will quickly again just show you guys is, oh wait, did I get a report back going? Okay, sorry, I was just reading, checking messages. Once again, I'm looking forward to sharing this. And I just realized I didn't change the banner, so we're not watching a launch. Whoops. I'm trying to change that now. There we go. All right. Whoopsie. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna publish this probably tomorrow. I might attempt to georeference it at some point just to see how it looks. But I feel like this is a image that is very important for history. And yeah, maybe I'll dig around and see if I can find more like it. There's even ships down here. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I probably shouldn't have clapped. That probably blew out my audio. That's all good. Thank you all for hanging out. I really do appreciate the company when doing this, and having a chat about whether it's satellite imagery, space things, in this case, food as well. It's really cool. I enjoy it. Really nice community. I appreciate the support. Please feel free to share this around if there's anyone who you think is interested. I also do have a Patreon if that's something you're interested in, if you want to support my work. Speaking of, I should probably do an update there so everyone knows I'm still alive. But yeah, I just appreciate everything. Please do thumbs up the video, and if you're not already subscribed, please do that as well. And if you have any comments, of course, you can leave those, because I feel like I'm about to go into a spiel that every YouTuber goes into, but like, likes and comments and sharing it really does help. I've looked at the analytics on the videos, and the likes, when someone likes it, is a little bump, but then the views also spike at the same time. So it literally boosts the algorithm. It's insane. I just feel so cringe for saying it. Like and subscribe. Anyway, I'm gonna shut my gob. I'm gonna go and do what I gotta do. Thank you all for hanging out. I hope you all have a great day wherever you are. Great day, night, whatever. And yeah, stay tuned for any updates I will be sharing in the future. So thank you so much.